Hello friends, today I'll be telling you about the elephant headed god Ganesha, or Ganpati Bappa as he is called lovingly, as the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi is coming nearby. So usually it is celebrated to Lord Ganesha comes down on the earth on these days for 10 days, and then he takes back goddess Parvati with him to Kailasha. But some consider it as the birthday of Lord Ganesha also. Lord Ganesha, as you know, is the son of goddess Parvati and Lord Shiva. Lord Ganesha is considered as the god of beginnings. He is considered as the god of removal of all obstacles, or Naharta as they say. And he is known as the god of power, intellect and wisdom also. So, Buddhi Pradaya and Vignakarta, it is said. So, many theories related around his birth are there, and they are very interesting to note. Some say that he was created just by Lord Shiva, some say just by Parvati ji, and some say both. And some even tell stories that he is the Purn Brahma, he is the Omkar Swarup. So he was there originally, and he chose to be found by Shiv and Parvati as their son. Omkar Swarup, when you say Param Brahma. So that is why also every puja ritual has to start with puja of Lord Ganesh. Similarly, for every mantra we put an Om before that. Om Gan Ganpataye Namah. The main story which everybody knows comes from Shiv Puran, that Lord Shiva used to go for many years to do meditation and to slay demons. So Parvati ji used to feel very alone, and also little jealous of the fact that, like you know of Nandi Bull, Lord Shiva's vehicle, Vahan, and he was most devoted to Lord Shiva. So Goddess Parvati's friends always used to tell her that you have no one so devoted to you, who's only devoted to you, like Nandi is to Lord Shiva. So she wanted someone who was devoted to just her as her son, and also she used to feel alone for so many years he used to go. So that day she was wanting to take a bath, and she didn't want anybody to enter her house. So what she did was that she took the turmeric paste which is used for bathing from her body, and she made a boy figure out of it. And since she was the Adi Shakti, from her breath only she put life into that boy and named him Ganesha. So then she told that no, I'm going to take a bath and nobody should be allowed to enter the premises. So he was so devoted to his mother, this boy, that when Lord Shiva came from his meditation, he stopped him from entering the premises. So Lord Shiva was furious. He didn't know this strange boy was telling him not to go inside his own home. So he said, just give me way, and I am the master of this house, and I am Parvati's husband, so allow me to enter. But he was so devoted to Parvati ji, Lord Ganesha, that he refused. So Shivji to became furious, and in his fury he slayed Ganesha's head. It fell far off. With his Trishul he slayed him. Lord Parvati ji, when she came out, she was so furious and sad. And in her fury, she is also the form of Kali. So she invoked all her yoginis and all eight formed inside her. She became Kali, and she was so furious. She was ready to destroy the earth, the creation, whole creation. Now Brahmaji is the creator of the universe, so he became very worried that everything will end. So he tried to pacify. All the gods came and tried to pacify Lord Parvati. Parvati said, okay, on one condition, this boy of mine should be brought back to life, and also that he should be revered by all as the first god to do puja. He should be the first one. Shiva agreed to that because he was also feeling very remorse, knowing that he was Parvati ji's son, which he had slain. So he said, and since he knew that this boy was so devoted to his mother, he said that bring the head of the first creature that you feel has been abandoned by the mother. Brahmaji and everybody, all the gods went. Nandi bull went, and they found first creature elephant, and they brought back his head, which Shivji put back on the body, and he came to life. And Shivji granted him the boon that he'll be head of all the Ganas. So from that day onwards, Ganeshji became the one of the 5 prominent gods: Vishnu, Lakshmi, Shiv, Parvati and Ganesh. Ganadipati was given the title that he will be above all gods under Lord Shiva. So everybody has to worship him before every ritual or every god. Otherwise their puja will not be complete. Some say that since Lord Shiva is god, and why only an elephant head? He could have put back the head of Lord Ganesha. So it has another very interesting story behind it. Why an elephant head? There was a demon who was doing tapasya for Lord Shiv. That demon had an elephant head and all the characteristics of an elephant. He was called Gajasur. So when Lord Shiva, he's called Bhola Shankar, he becomes happy very easily. And he became happy by the tapasya of Gajasur, and he said, okay, what wish do you want? So first he said, I should emanate fire all the time so that nobody can come near me or kill me. He granted that wish. But again he continued the tapasya for many years. So Lord again, Shiva came and said, what wish do you want? He was very smart. He said, I want you to reside in my stomach. He had given that promise. So Lord Shiva started residing in his stomach. Now Parvati ji was searching for him everywhere, Mount Kailash, whole earth, and she couldn't find him, Lord Shiva. So she went to her brother Vishnu ji and she said, not able to find Lord Shiva, and please search for him. Lord Vishnu is the know-all God. So he smiled and he said, your husband is such a simpleton that he grants wishes without about the consequences. And there was this problem. He used to emanate fire and nobody could come near him. So it was by his own wish that Lord Shiva could be released. So he staged a play. Lord Vishnu staged a play. He decorated Nandi bull and as a dancing bull, and he became a flutist, and he took all the gods as musicians to Gajasur, and they put up a very good performance with the Nandi bull dancing and Vishnuji playing the flute beautifully. So Gajasur became very happy and he said, okay, what do you want? I'll grant you your wish. Then Lord Vishnu said, okay, release Lord Shiva from your stomach. So that meant death for Gajasur. But before dying, he said, you grant me a wish that my head, elephant head, will be adored by everyone, and I shall be worshipped for years to come, and you take my skin. Lord Shiva came back with the head, and that head was put on Ganeshji. So these stories were from Shiv Puran, but very interesting stories from Brahma Puran tells about how Ganesha's head came to be of an elephant. It was said that Shivji and Parvatiji both wanted a son of their own. So Shivji told Parvatiji that you must do fast of Punyak Vrat and appease Lord Vishnu to have a son. So she did fasting for 1 whole year, that Punyaka Vrat, and then Lord Vishnu was appeased by the tapasya, and he granted a boon that I will come as your son, incarnate as your son for in every kalp, in every aeon I will come as your son. After that, a beautiful son was born, because Vishnuji himself had incarnated. All the gods and goddesses were called to bless the child. So there, Shani. So he also was invited. But Lord Shani's gaze is said to be destructive, and Shani knew that. So he was not looking at the child, even on the insistence of Parvatiji. So she kept on insisting, no, come and bless him, come and bless him, look at him. The moment he looked, the child's head fell off. And Shiva and Parvati were so grief-stricken that Lord Vishnu took his Garud. He went and got the elephant's head and put it back on the child, since he became the elephant-headed god of Shiva and Parvati. Another very interesting fact was, everybody asks if Shiva is the god and he knows everything, why did he come to slay the head of his own son? He must be knowing that he is his own son. So for that also there is a very interesting, because a curse had to be fulfilled. What happened was, once Lord Shiva had killed Lord's son Aditya, the son of Rishi Kashyap. What had happened was that 2 demons, Mali and Sumali, were interrupting the puja of all the rishis, Sapt rishis, and they were creating havoc. So Aditya, the sun god, came to slay them. But these 2 again were devotees of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva came to protect them. He slayed Lord Aditya, sun god. Everything fell into darkness. There was no sun, there was no. So the gods came and pleaded Lord Shiva to bring him back to life. So Lord Shiva brought back to life Lord Aditya. But then his father, one of the Saptrishis, Sage Kashyap, he became very furious. He said, the way you have killed my son, one day your son's head will be slayed the same way. So this prophecy had to be fulfilled, and that is why this Ganesha had his head slayed. So earlier we saw how he came to be Ganadhipati, the god of all Ganas. So how he came to be known as the Vigneshwara, God, removal of all obstacles. So another tale related to his birth. It said that Parvati, goddess Parvati's bath water was thrown into Ganges river, and which was drunk by the elephant-headed goddess Malini. And then she gave a birth to a child which had 4 arms and 5 heads, elephant heads. So Ganges river knew that he was Parvati's son, so she tried to claim it as her own, that since he originated from my water, so he should be my son. But then Lord Shiva came and he said, no, this is Parvati's son. So he removed the 5 heads to one, and then he said that he'll be the removal of all obstacles, and gave him the title of Vigneshwara. Also, it is said that when demons were creating havoc around the universe, then all the gods went to Vishnuji and said that there should be someone who should stop the demons and clear our way for worship and all. So Ganeshji was he's not only a removal of obstacles, he's also a creator of obstacles for the bad people, for the demons, so that all obstacles in the path of the goddesses and sages were removed. Since then he has been called the Lord of Removal of all obstacles. And so very many stories we have heard about his birth. This festival was started, as I said, all the Indian festivals, apart from the religious significance, have some social and cultural value also. So this was started by Shivaji Maharaj after the Mughal and Maratha wars, because he wanted to unite the Hindus against the Mughal army, and he wanted people to have that brotherhood to fight against the Mughal. And then when the Britishers ruled us, so in 1893, so in the 19th century, the revolutionary Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he started this custom to fight against the British, for freedom, to unite the people, and for uniting the people, because Ganpati Bappa is revered by all, the lower caste as well as the upper caste. Everybody worships him before every god, every puja ritual. So he started this custom of making mandaps, and because Britishers had put a ban on any Hindu gathering people. So to circumvent that ban and to unite people and to encourage them for the freedom fight, this festival was started. Ganesh Chaturthi festivals, whole of Maharashtra and everywhere mandaps are put, they celebrate, people come together, they prepare modaks and good feasts. So there are so many stories related which I want to tell, like why he has one Ekdanta, he has one tusk. So why he has one tusk, why we offer him doob, the grass, soft grass is offered to him. They have very nice anecdotes about it. So if you want to hear more from me about him, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon, because then you'll come to know more about my videos. Thank you. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi.